made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your sister. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the God of but Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the Seven on it. That'll give us a way better view of things. Even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby. Wait a second. Look! There's someone up ahead! Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around like lost adventurers. Hey there! We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little lost. We'd like to ask for some directions. Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Huh?
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. Let's keep our distance and follow her. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions. Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us.
Brings a smile to my face.
Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished. Let's go take a closer look. Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but, it looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she? What should we do now? Do we try ask? All right, then. It's not like we have anyone else we can ask. Even if she's not very friendly, we just need her to point us in the right direction. That's all. Oh. What a lovely smell. It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Maybe living here wouldn't be too bad after all. Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good. What? Is the smell making you feel sick? What's happening? Traveler? This is no time.
Taking a stroll in the middle of a down.
Are you sure it's not serious? The trap. Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now? Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we? Paimon was in such a panic when you passed out that she even forgot to ask what place this is. This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we... Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything, really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up. Whoops!
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. All right, I'll get it for you once I'm finished here.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode...
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine... So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He is chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense known as spirit borneol to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the spirit borneol. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious? Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tainari. Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand based on what you saw after. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Whoa! Are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having... Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. It'd probably be best to let you recover first. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tainari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? Huh? You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But if that's the case, why would he try to hide? Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains... Well, that settles. But it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do? Good idea. Come. Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
All right, next let's see. Right hand. Yes, not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful. Understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... well, you understand.
But I have a vision too! Am I useless?
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gondar. And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Tainari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Yes, you can count on me.
So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tainari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger.
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the... Paimon, Traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual. Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good. The statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's no—
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas. By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know,
that depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, according to what Master has told me, the sages later found the newly born to celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity.
Uh-huh.
Well, and that—
Huh? You're not—
Yeah,
Maybe it's—
anyway.
Wait, Amber? You mean—
Yes, that's her. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call, if you ask me. Sorry.
So,
Well, after I read in one letter, I knew you two.
so that—
Yep, so I wish I could tell you.
That's all right. You've already—
Oh, I'm happy. So that's why you're here.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right?
You both have my...
Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? The name does seem to fit the statue. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top and Nice work! That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale. Kale, we're back!
Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing.
Yay! Food! What kind of goodies did you bring? Hey, don't be a
I prepared a nice portable dip.
No! You dropped it on the ground!
Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had... Those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon...
You really know. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the
Yay! Thank...
Oh!
So, Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said any...
No, you've got... I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, but Master declines their offers every time. Master could obviously have a bright future in the Academia, but he insists on In fact,
Really? Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the... Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little, but it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, "Why, oh what?"
Hey! Don't! Hey! Now even Kali's
No! Don't touch me!
Oh, sorry, Kale. But...
No, I just...
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm... I'm fine. Oh.
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't even see her now.
Ah, Traveler. You've returned.
Yep, we're back.
Oh, Kale? Yes, I saw her go into her...
Oh. Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute.
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some... Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take... I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with...
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine.
Shh! Kale's asleep.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about you. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale reveal, but she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on... At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigue. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier?
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you're already familiar with them. That'll say. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for... However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful.
Oh, Paimon had no idea.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale...
She doesn't need to apologize.
Well said. Kale once thought that it would be...
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of...
Well, it's not too serious at this point, though she was interested. Her stamina has got... All right. Now that I've told you about...
Yeah,
All right, but
no problem.
let's go then.
Hey, Tainari, where exactly are we going to find this plant?
You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh, huh. Okay then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
Time to go.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
Time to go. The wind knows me. Time to go. Time to go. Follow the wind. Yeah.
All right, we've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari.
Let me take a look. I'm quite glad you two came along.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name.
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? Let's go find out what's going on.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandar.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already clear just a week. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area. So we decided to come find...
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough...
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with...
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us...
You two have only just... There's a unique type of anomaly. The affected area is not only...
Yes, Amir, as Amir said...
That's right. If only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power...
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right, we typically only teach...
Time to go.
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. If we eliminate those... Thank you. But I must warn you. Even with element... You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Take flight! Time for a light show! Ha!
Time to go.
Whirling snow!
Wind strider.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Clouds high. The birds come.
Time for a light show!
Now, destroy the tumors of the withering.
We did it! Everything's returning to normal now!
Yes, thanks to you two. We were able to quickly restore this area back to
Tainari?
It's that obvious. Recently, the rate at which the withering zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, if that simply meant war work, for instance, this presents a crisis, and most
Huh?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a true... I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon... And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Ruka Devi. I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering. All right, that's enough on this topic for...
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back.
The Withering Zone you reported has been taken... Huh. Wait, is that... Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something...
Let me see what's written in the letter first. Oh...
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh? All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Well, I'd prefer not to remember that. Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? But will the Traveler be...
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little... But wait, how'd you know that he'd be okay this time?
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew then that he would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsul's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize, because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secret. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneol are aimed at establishing a connection.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely...
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must have... Please, wait here for a moment. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll answer any questions you may have. No. I should be the one thanking you.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Time to go.
Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. Hypatia, are you alright?
So hungry.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her Huh? Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh, maybe you're right. Let's go...
Time to go.
Wow, this place is huge! Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Time to go.
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
The wind knows me.
My apologies!
Into the wind.
Take flight! Fire hazard! That didn't count!
The wind knows me.
Time for a light show! What is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Well. Looks like we meet again, traveler.
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place. Plotting. You needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you. Bow before the abyss!
As one with wind and cloud.
Whirling snow! Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We've faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Oh, pitiful traveler. Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
What do we do? Oh, there she is! Quick, let's... Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Oh, guess that anyways. Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you...
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was...
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my,
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange...
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your...
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper... I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul. Sorry about that. Sounds like
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare something ourselves. All right, we're out,
sounds good.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
All done! Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us since we already watched it. Oh, it smells amazing! And the box is a nice touch, too! Let's go serve this up and start eating with Hypatia!
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the...
Are you already finished cooking? Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling spirit. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the academy, you should know that some researchers spend their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect?
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn Ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers naturally. Anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt...
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was he sent?
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn. Not to worry, though. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the...
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding...
Whoa. You're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connections, which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul. If only my perception wasn't so limited. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge, that's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our...
Whoa. So knowledge from Irminsul can be super...
Of course I do. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro... But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine...
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru
Huh. Is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often... Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. Sure enough, But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recall the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be, but I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected with Irminsul?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself. World forget me. What could that possibly mean? If only I could ascend past Satyavata. If you two are ever in the area again, there's no need to be thanking me.
Now that we know Hypatia is all right and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon...
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the Academia, not to cause a...
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person. But I'm afraid I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his...
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your...
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru.
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, if that's the case, then I'm afraid I can't...
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the Academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my... But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but
Very good. Now that the...
that's right! We want to meet...
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you.
Well,
How about this? Also, when you enter...
oh?
It's called an Akasha, needless to say.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! That's right! Tainari, we have something important to say to Kale before we leave. Is she doing better?
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk. She knew you two would...
Thanks, Tainari.
Farewell. And good luck to you.
Time to go.
I've been waiting for you to... Never mind. I guess I should...
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed...
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rain, and, well, but I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another.
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your... We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we care about you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Oh? What is it?
It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy.
Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat.
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember... Well then, I train you...